dreamers gone? Or have we all just gotten lazy? Something's got to give. There won't be much life left to live. Please send a sign from up above. And if I gotta choose, I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna take that away. Ooh, something strange is in the air. Seems that everybody's changing, and I can't find no faith anywhere. Seems it's been replaced with raging. Something's got to give. There won't be much life left to live. Please send a sign from up above. And if I gotta choose, I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna take that away. No one can take that from me. I see what I choose to see. Reality is what you make it. So why would I ever choose hatred? I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna take that away. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. And if I take that away, I choose love.
Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. I am your host, Tremel Thompson. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, like and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitter, like and retweet. Yo, also, please donate to the platform. You see it right there, Cash App Progressive Action 100. We're going to talk about the talk today. I'm not going to lie, I'm very tired. Let me finish writing this. Take this time out to share out the live. We got to get as many people to watch this as possible. You know, the union administration, they are failing trying to keep up with us. You know, they are failing trying to keep up with us and our narrative, and because we telling the truth. They running around like chicken with their head cut off, as they say. I'm on that Red Bull today. I am so tired. Like, ever since my incident, I've just been tired. I have no real sleep. I'm tired right now doing this live, but I gotta get this information out to you guys. We are kicking the union behind right now. They are on a lying spree, trying to sell us some BS. So look, if anyone want to call in live, the number is 563-999-3714. If you want to let your voice be heard, I want to give a shout out to everyone who has been doing videos talking about voting no, making posts about voting no, speaking to their coworkers about voting no. If we vote yes to this contract, we are doing ourselves an injustice. We are doing ourselves an injustice. Now, I want to jump straight into it. Oh, before I forget, I want you guys, if anybody know Donald Yates, tell Donald Yates to cut the shenanigans, right? Cut the shenanigans. And if he believe in what he's saying about the contract, Donald Yates, I know you watch my show. Y'all know I'm the father of this internet broadcasting in Local 100. So you watch my show. Put up $1,000. If you believe in every word that you're saying about this contract, put up $1,000. We could talk about the arbitration. We could talk about hazard pay. We could talk about night differential. We could talk about wages. We could talk about inflation, cost of living. We could talk about paid family leave. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about it. And just put up some money. Let's make it interesting. Don't make no excuses. Don't say, oh, I'm not doing that, or no excuses. We should do this for the people, but I'm willing to give you $1,000 if you come on this platform and let's have a discussion about the contract. Now, this could go for any member who's in favor of that contract. But I want to get any union rep, any one of them who feels strongly about this contract, and let's have a conversation live on Progressive Action TV. I don't want to hear, oh, I don't really do the internet. Y'all doing the internet. Y'all trying to be like Progressive Action. They not ready. Y'all know Yates, especially Yates. Tell him, come on, brother. I'm not mad at you. We can have a discussion. We can have a discussion in front of the members, live, real time. You allegedly know your stuff. I know my stuff. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. So I want to just present to y'all some facts regarding this contract and why we should vote no. Right? So just recently, and this is pretty crazy to say, Eric Adams took care of the city workers, right? To the best of his ability. Now, do everyone who worked during the pandemic deserve more than 3% and 4%? Absolutely. Absolutely. But Eric Adams just reached a contract settlement, 11 contracts, and their raises include 3.25% for the first 2 years, a 3.5%, and then in the fourth year, a 4% bump in the fifth years. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Take a wild guess. Those raises are higher than our raises, right? Those raises are higher than our raises. How can we say yes to a contract where their raises is higher than our raises? Now, I want to show you guys the NYPD contract, right? It's the same thing. 3.25, 3.5, 4%. That's significantly more than ours. And they got sweeteners, specifically speaking to teachers, they got sweeteners of bonuses that total up to $6,000 for the duration of their contract. We're going to get $4,000. And not to mention, teachers worked from home, right? They worked from home. Now, Donald Yates has been trying to use this sleight of hand and say that, well, you guys need to read the arbitration award for yourself. He knows damn well nobody's going to read the arbitration award, right? No, like a small percentage of people were actually going to read the arbitration award and actually decipher every line of what it says. right? So it's easy for him to say, hey, if you don't believe these guys, go read the contract, as if he's saying, you could believe in me because he read the contract. But Donald Yates, I've done videos on this in the past. He has an issue interpreting whatever he's reading. I mean, one time we heard him say that the contract have to be handed in. I think he said 120 some days when it specifically says 75. Like he has a problem with interpretation. And I'm talking about plain language. It's not even legalese. It's like plain language. He has a problem understanding what he's reading. Right? So when they say look at the arbitration award, right? And I want us to look at the arbitration award from 2009. We got significant raises then. I'm just going to point to certain things that they saying about patterns, that they are saying about wage percentages and things of that nature. Let's read this together. While a city pattern is not binding on the MTA, the panel recognizes that historically, wage increases for MTA operational employees have generally equaled or exceeded that of these DC 37 represented employees. In fact, the city pattern was a subject of discussion between the union and the MTA during the TAOA contract negotiations. Moreover, as the panel noted earlier, the public is significantly benefited by an appropriately motivated workforce, and the panel seeks to ensure that the MTA workforce continues to be the most productive transit workforce in the country. Did you guys just hear what I read? Did you guys just hear that? The arbitrator basically said that if the transit workers, first they said we generally get wages higher than DC 37. DC 37 got wages higher than us, right? Then he said, by us getting the wages that we deserve, we become motivated. We want to come to work. We want to be the best ever, and we should be the highest paid in the country. You want to know why that is? Because we are the biggest transportation system in North America. Do y'all understand that? I'm not talking about New York City. We are the biggest transportation company in North America. We deserve to get paid. That's what the arbitrator said. So what is Donald Yates talking about when he talk about this arbitrator stuff, and he talks about, basically this whole fear mongering of saying, oh, y'all don't want to go to arbitration. The last time we went to arbitration, we did damn well. In fact, if you read that entire arbitration award, you would see specific things. And I'm going to show you guys a few of those things that the arbitrator is saying that our union leadership should be saying. This is stuff that the top four should be saying. You see the top four in the field selling this contract, something is wrong, because good work sells itself. Good work sells itself. They are forcing this contract around us. And then not only that, you look at the union propaganda website, TWU Local 100, you go on their Facebook page. By the way, they deleted me off the Facebook page. They deleted Tremel Thompson off their Facebook page. But you look at their Facebook page, you look at their Instagram, their Twitter, whatever else they have. It's all propaganda. Why aren't they keeping it neutral? Why aren't they talking about people who don't agree with the contract? You mean to tell me every time the union go out in the field that they only finding people who says yes? That is BS. That is BS. Right? That's straight BS. Now, I want to show you this next part of the arbitration award. It says these wage increases are consistent. The wage increases that they're talking about is the wage increases that they got during this arbitration award, right? These wage increases are consistent with the city pattern and assure that transit workers' wage gains will not fall behind those of municipal workers during this period, right? For those who don't know who municipal workers are DC 37, police officers, firefighters, sanitation, everybody. Those are municipal workers, right? Once again, their raises for the same contract period, and some of their terms are longer than ours. But if you look at this is another scam that the union is saying. Oh, and I'm just saying for example because I can't remember offhand. Oh, the police officers, they got 17% in wages, but it's for 8 years because they had to go back. All right, fine, no problem. You look at the years that they had to go back. Those percentages that they went back for the same years that they got higher percentages. So how is that possible? That the union is pushing a contract when we have all the proof lined up for us. It makes absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. But once again, they not even selling this contract. They pushing this contract. They forcing this contract on you. That's what they doing. They are forcing this contract on you. Now, let me see what this next thing. What's this next thing I want to show you guys? I actually want to show you guys the wage percentages from the 2009 arbitration award. You see it says 2009. Basically, they got 4% in 2009, 4% in 2010, and 3% in 2011. And it was compounded, and this is what they got. Right? So think about this. During that time when this contract was ratified, in the arbitration award, it mentions the economic recession and things of that nature. They still said the MTA had the ability to pay us. It's super similar to the situation we have now, except the federal government bailed out the MTA, I think twice. So financially, it's like the pandemic never happened for the MTA because the federal government gave them the money that they lost during the pandemic. Right? And not only that, let's not act like the MTA was not making money during this time. The federal government basically gave them the money like they was collecting no fares. They gave them the money like they was collecting no fares. So the MTA has come out on top on this. Not only that, they have also new streaming revenues, new ways to get income, right? This is a fact. Now, matter of fact, I got to continue to point this out. Why did I close that out? Let me bring this up real quick because I want to show you guys the 2009 arbitration award. And I have to continue to point this out because a lot of people may be missing it. But I have to point this out to you guys. So let me grab that. Let me see. 2000. All right, here go the arbitration award right here. So I want to show you guys this because we can't lose focus on what the union is really trying to do here, right? We cannot lose focus on their goal, and their goal is to push a management contract. You see that right here. You see me circling it with my cursor, the ability to pay. This is the part of the contract where the part of the arbitration award where the MTA I mean, where the arbitrator was pointing out the MTA different financial places that they get money from, right? So they clearly labeled the payroll mobility tax, right? They named a couple of other places. And they said, "Hey, MTA, guess what? You saying that you ain't got the money, but you have the ability to pay because you got all these different revenue streams." That's what they said, right? So I don't have faith in, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have faith in my union representation, in my union leadership who negotiates these contracts for them to challenge the MTA on all their different streams of income. Because in 2023, the MTA have a long list of places to get money from. And I want to show you guys that list. I want to show you that list. Look at all of this money that they get in money. Look at all of this. This is their different revenue streams. 400 million for this. 1.1 billion for the payroll mobility tax. 1.5 billion for licensing fees for casinos. Like all of this money, 300 million state aid to address the extraordinary impact of the pandemic. Like they are getting money. They have the ability to pay us. The thing that's wild about this whole thing is that when you look at the wage percentages, I want to be clear about this. If y'all want, y'all can start calling in. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here because I am tired. I'm drinking a Red Bull. I'm gonna try to stay on as long as possible. But if y'all not calling in, I'm going to go to sleep. The union is not challenging them on their different revenue streams. This is a fact, right? They are not holding them, to the fire with that, right? But when you look at our wage increases, you would think that nothing happened in 2020, 2021, and 2022. Our raises reflect a situation where inflation did not go up. Inflation remained steady the past 3 years. Our wages reflect like the cost of living, like there's no rent increases going up. The rent increases for New York City alone, right? For rent stabilized apartments is going up like 7%. That's 2 years of our raise, right? So you need a place to live. It's not something that you could go without unless you want to be in a shelter. It's not somewhere you could be without. You can't be without that. That's a guarantee. You have to pay for your rent, right? Without a doubt. Your raise is going right there. We're not talking about groceries. We're not talking about taking care of your kids. We're not talking about education. We're not talking about none of that. And I pray for those who live in marketplace um apartments or whatever, condos or whatever the case is. The rent is astronomical. The rent is astronomical. Oh, the phone lines is blowing up. I want to get straight to the callers right away. I want to have these conversations right away. So let's go. Caller 6483. You now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing, Jamal?
How you doing?
It's Garcia.
Garcia. I might as well just make you
I
a
gotta
co.
call
I might
and
as well make
get
you a
on here.
co-host. I gotta make you the co-host of the show, man. You calling you definitely participate in yeah, what's on your mind tonight?
Well, basically, the three things. One, that it's very bad that everyone feels like we're not allowed to speak up, and instead of taking one position, even when you make comments on the Facebook, they are like in a defensive position. They're trying to defend and justify what they're doing instead of saying, okay, maybe we missed that, and maybe we should go back and try to fix that. And another thing is that with the things that they're paying is that the state has a lot more revenue. It has a $15 billion surplus. So as far as ability to pay, they're saying, oh, it's going to go down. But how is it going to go down if they're if all those we're always operating 1 year behind, right? Just like our taxes, we're paying the taxes from the previous year. So then we're always 1 year behind with the same thing with the state. So if they have extra revenue sources, that means that their revenue is going to be even greater next year than it was this year. So if they have a $15 billion surplus, then next year their surplus is going to be even greater because all those revenue sources haven't been included in the budget. And the mobility tax increased tremendously. And also the property values have gone up and the real estate transactions have increased. So now that COVID, a lot of people moved out of the city, but a lot of people are moving back into the city. A lot of people are purchasing properties, and it's causing the prices of property to go up. Even the rentals, the prices in Manhattan have gone up astronomical. So it's kind of hard to say, oh, the revenue is going to go down when everyone's moving back to the city. So if they were losing money during COVID, what about but they still have a $15 billion surplus. And that's what I'm saying, that we deserve more than what they're giving us.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why do you think the union
Sure.
administration is pushing this contract on us?
That's a good question. That's a good question because it's like it's not good for the members. There's a lot of hidden give backs. We're giving back so much, and somehow I don't see any benefit for the union or any benefit for us, unless there's something wicked underneath it, because there's no great benefits for us. It's just saying, okay, we stay the same, but we didn't stay the same because everything has gone up like crazy. So we didn't stay the same. We went backwards. So you're promoting that we went backwards, but now you're saying, no, we didn't go backwards. We went forward, and you better agree. And I don't understand how they're pushing it as if it's something golden, like it's the best thing that ever happened to us.
All right, so let's
I don't understand.
Hold on. You want
at all why they're saying that it's such a good thing.
All right, you wanted to make a second point. I want you to make your second point, then I want to jump to the next caller. So what was your second point?
Yeah. The second point is that living in a market rate apartment, they're charging electricity separately, they're charging gas separately, and Con Edison also said they're raising rates by another 18%. The gas carrier said they're raising gas by 28%, and that. So I'm saying that, in other words, that everything in the city is going up at least 28%, 20% in different areas and different bills that are being billed to people. So it's not just the rent; it's everything else that's squeezing us tight. And it's not because I'm greedy, and they say, "Oh no, but you should go somewhere else and get a job somewhere else if you're so greedy, if you want money. Go to Wall Street, go somewhere else." But why do I have to go somewhere else if I'm serving the public? Yeah, I'm doing a job that I enjoy and I love. Why I have to go somewhere else? I don't understand. Why do I have to go somewhere else to get money or to get enough money to survive? We're not trying to be rich. They're painting as we're being greedy and we're demanding too much from them and we're asking for too much from everyone. And it's not realistic and it's not possible what we're asking for. That's the main thing I wanted to point out.
All right.
That let us speak, hear us out. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in, my brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Tremont. Have a good night.
You too.
Goodbye.
I got to make him a co-host of the show. He calls in every time with a different point, an intelligent point. And guess what? He's right. I want to give a shout out to the Star supporters on Facebook. Shout out to Nuke McLaurin, my sister. She's hitting the stars up. Want to shout out, hit up the stars. And Jason Blake on YouTube. Shout out to Jason Blake. He sent the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Um, Listen, we're not wrong. Why can't the union? I'm gonna always say this. Why can't the union have a platform like this, an honest platform where I don't know who's calling me? I don't know people numbers. I don't. I just say, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Progressive Action TV, and they say who they are, and they let me know if they agree with the contract and if they don't agree with the contract. Why can't the union be transparent like this? Let me get to the next caller. Caller 9999. Interesting last four digits. Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Shamel? This is Yuri. I'm from Signals.
Sierra's from Signals. How are you doing?
How you doing, man? I'm calling in to talk about the Taylor law reform.
Let's talk about it.
All right, so there's a bill S5785 in state Senate right now. It's sitting in the Civil Service and Pension Committee, and it was never brought up to a vote. The legislative session is over now, so it's not going to be brought up till like next year. When I called the chair of that committee, Robert Jackson, the aide told me that New York State leadership has took that bill off the agenda. So I want to know how come you're taking that bill off during a contract year for us. So I went up to the lobby day, talked to my state senator. She was all in for it. She's also on that committee as well. But they never actually had a vote on it because it was taken off. Now, Andrea Stewart Cousins is the leader of the New York State Senate. So if anybody wants to make a difference on that front, call her up, let her know you support the bill, ask them why it was taken off. It doesn't cost the city anything. This is just gives us a chance to have a little bit more leverage when it comes to negotiations. And, it seems like not a lot of members in this union do anything about it. But, I'm just trying to get some answers based on that or try to organize outside of the union. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I first of all, I applaud you for your diligence of making phone calls and looking out for your coworkers, not only for your coworkers, for the state of New York. Because if we could get that overturned, this will help so many other people. Now, the union had plenty of years to reform or try to fight the Taylor law. I personally feel that it's unconstitutional because it don't make the MTA want to bargain in good faith. They know that with this administration, specifically an administration who is management friendly, they know that they're not going to go on strike and they could basically hand us over anything. Now, the union came up with this ploy of, we're going to fight the Taylor law. If you look at the history of staying united, every president had something when they first came in that they was trying to sell the people with. I forgot what it was with Samuelson, but when you look at Utano, it was, we're going to reform Tier 6. He became the president, we're going to reform Tier 6 to get the people on his side. For Richie Davis, the scam they tried to pull there is that we're going to reform the Taylor law. The governor would never sign for that because we are literally negotiating against her. So why would she sign something that will eventually hurt her or another governor in the future? She's not going to do that. So it was all a ploy. It was all a scam. And like you said, why would they take it off? And if they took it off, why isn't the union trying to mobilize to say, hey, look, they took it off. These is Andrea Stewart Cousins. These is the other people. Call them and let them know why this need to be put back on the calendar or the way it is. It was all a scam. It was all a smokescreen. And I'm happy that you took the effort and, like I said, the diligence to go handle that. Why do you think? Let me ask you this now. Why do you think that the union is not seriously fighting to get the Taylor law overturned?
I mean, that would be pure speculation on my part. The part that I do care about is there's an actual bill in the committee. You know what I'm saying? And if people start calling their state senators or call Andrew Stewart Cousins and put pressure on them, maybe we can get this through without, going
through the
having the union organized or anything like that. That's why you hear it too. You know what I'm saying? You do organization outside of the union.
Let me ask you a question.
I feel like that's very important.
Let me. I
Sure.
need you to do me a favor. Matter of fact, sometime tonight or tomorrow, can you send me a message so we can have a conversation on the phone, because I would like to help you out. I'll let you. You could be the leader of it. I would like to help you out with those organizing efforts. We could use my platform to get people together and create call-in drives and all that other stuff.
Okay. How do I get in touch with you? Because I'm not on social media.
You could send me an email at progressiveaction100@gmail.com. Send me your name and your phone number, and I'll give you a call.
ProgressiveAction100@gmail.com. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
ProgressiveAction100@gmail.com.
To anyone that's listening out, the state senators don't typically get too many phone calls. And, if 3 or 4 people call somebody asking for the same thing, it puts a lot of pressure on them. They're not used to that kind of stuff. When you talk about national figures, yeah. But the other thing is very important is we have a veto-proof Senate majority. So whether Hochul likes it or not, if we get enough support behind this bill, it has a chance of passing. And like I said, it's real. It's out there. It's sitting in a committee. And, obviously I wish we had a much larger participation of members in these type of things. I mean, I've looked at how many people vote in elections. It's a joke. It's like a third of people. 2/3 aren't even doing nothing about it. But if we get enough people to call in and do something about it, this can happen. A little steps, but we'll get there eventually, right?
One more question before you get off the phone. Yes or no to this contract?
Sure. No.
All right, but
No. No.
and give me a good reason why.
The main reason is probably taking away the traditional Medicare option for retirees. I feel like once that's gone, it's going to be impossible to bring back.
Got you. All right, so look, please don't forget to send me an email. I'm looking forward to conversating with you by tomorrow and trying to get something off the ground. We could put together a PDF flyer and get this moving.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. I'll maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I should have some time in the afternoon. I'll hit you up.
All right, sounds good. Looking forward to chatting with you.
All right. Thank you for taking the call.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. We got. He works in signals. I had no idea that he was making these moves, but at the end of the day, first of all, our union administration should be doing it, but we know that they not in it to win it. They in it to sell it, right? You got individual members doing powerful things. Now imagine if we come together, right? The power that we could have. I'm going to build with him. I really hope that he send me an email. Nuke, if you watching, I'm telling you now, start working on that flyer. Start working on that flyer, and we go get it out there. We're going to have specific days where we just go call them. We go call everyone. We constituents of everybody. We constituents of everybody. We call them even if they not in our district, whatever the case may be. Kevin Parker, I'm gonna need you. Gotta get you on the interview, my brother. I gotta get you on the interview. Senator Parker, I gotta get you on the interview. We gotta work on that Taylor law situation. But look how he gotta hit me up, man. He got me excited. I ain't even gonna lie. He got me excited. Let me go to the next call. Oh, before I do that, call in live, people. Let me know what y'all thinking. That's why we created this platform at Progressive Action. Call in 563-999-3714. Let's go before I get sleepy. Let me see. Caller 8872. You now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Brother Thompson? Train Operator Craig, B Division.
My brother Craig, what's going on, man?
I'm doing great. Great to have you back, brother. It's a long time coming, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that's happy you here.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't going nowhere, brother, but I'm just, got to take my time, get my health right, and then, it is what it is. But enough about me. What's on your mind regarding this contract?
There's this contract. I looked over the highlights. I got a chance to get a physical paper copy. It's just, although it does not seem like there were any givebacks, that's what it seems like. But I know that the MTA they have a history of playing 25, 30 moves ahead, and their plan is to basically not just wear you down, but in the event that your children or grandchildren are here, they play for those moves. So even if we sit still right now, we're still behind the eight ball. And I wish that the administration or our representatives would just tell people the truth. It's actually it'll be a hard pill to swallow, but if they told the truth about it, it might be a little bit more acceptable and fight, tell the truth and put up a real fight. So I'm no on the contract as of right now.
What is the main reason or reasons why you saying no to the contract?
I'm I'm gonna have to go with the what the previous gentleman said about the retirees. It's not very clear, and being as though all the other agencies are fighting against this one particular health benefit is kind of funky to me. So if they're fighting against it, then why are they trying to shove it down our throats? Is my question.
Well said. How do you feel about the wage percentages that was offered in this contract?
Um, uh, Great question. I know that the wages is just not going to be enough. For the past, and just to double back, being compared to other city agencies because they got threes across the board plus threes going forward. I think for another 2 years. One of the primary things that people fail to realize is one, we're railroads, so we shouldn't be compared to anybody. Number two, if you think that somebody got a great deal after being
We
held
hold
outside of
hold on, hold on,
contract.
hold on. Let me correct that because I don't want them to say that you got it wrong. We are subways. We not considered railroads.
Excuse, excuse me, my bad.
Yeah.
We are subways. That's absolutely correct. Um, Metro North and Long Island Railroad are railroads, so that's my fault. So we're subways, and we shouldn't be compared to any other agency. And if anyone being held or thinks that being held outside of contract for 5 years, when the inflation rate was above 3%, yeah, they might get a lump sum, but you also have to recognize the dollar. $20,000 in 2017 or 2018 does not have the same strength as $20,000 of today. So yes, they might be getting a lump sum, but the 20,000, 25,000 that they're receiving is really, it lands somewhere between like 13, 14,000 in strength. And as we continue to go forward 2, 3, 10 years into the future, the dollar is going to continue to get weaker. Housing is going to continue to go up. And, if we can't keep up with that, what good is it having a whole bunch of benefits if you can't keep a roof over your head?
Now,
And that's pretty much mine. So we have to definitely take into account the strength of the dollar, what they're trying to do, what the Fed is trying to do. There's a lot that has to be taken into account. And I don't see too many people. I see members talking about it, but I don't see our administration talking about it.
I'm glad you left it right there because I want to ask you this one question because you said something that stuck with me ever since I heard you say it. In order to get to the bottom, you got to go to the bottom. do you feel that the union administration went to the bottom to get us the best possible deal that they can?
Hmm. Great question. I would I would love to give you the truth on that. I don't know how far they dug, but from the outside looking in, and I wasn't at the table. There's a couple of people that wasn't at the table. It doesn't seem like they went to the bottom to try to rectify things. I know they can't correct everything that happened in the past, but to at least make maybe a cornerstone so you can try to protect people in the future. Because I'm not mad at the MTA. The MTA is a business. They're an organization. They're supposed to throw trash at you. That's what they do. I expect that. But we don't have to, be the garbage collectors. You understand what I'm saying? And just accept what they throw at us.
I agree, man. You said a lot of you raised a lot of profound points today. I'm happy that you decided to call in because you haven't called in a while, but it's definitely good to hear from you, and keep up the good fight. I see you commenting out here and putting up posts and trying to educate. So I definitely appreciate the fight that you're putting up.
Can I throw one more thing out, Brother Thompson?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Is being as though our contract ended in May, it seems, and I'm still digging. Why are they trying to force it to happen before we get into the fourth quarter of this year? I have not found anything solid, but I promise you, and once I do put the pieces together, I'll put it on as many platforms as I can. But it seems like they're trying to get this in before we hit September 1st. So that's my promise to you. Once I find something, I'm definitely gonna hit you up, and I look forward to calling in the future, brother.
Sound good. Good to hear from you, bro.
All right, later, T2.
Yeah. Man, the callers is calling in and dropping some profound knowledge and information. Now I want to show you guys something of how bad the union negotiations really were. I don't think nobody pointed this out. And let me just cue it up. I want to cue it up, and then I want to go through this thing point for point. If you want to call into the show, you call in live 563-999-3714. But now I got to get to these points. I want to show you guys how bad they actually failed during these contract negotiations. They did not do well at all. So let's get to the contract demands. I think people forgot about the contract demands of what the union wanted from the MTA. And let's check off what they got, and let's check off what they failed at. I want you guys to keep count in the comments, keep tally in the comments of what we got and what we didn't get when it came to main table economic demands, right? So substantial wage increases in each year of the agreement. We absolutely did not get that, right? We did. Matter of fact, let me play this. We did not get that. Hazard pay. Right now we are batting 0 for 2. Maybe I need to take tally myself. Oh, let me go back up. Right now, we are 0 for 2. We're gonna keep moving. So that's 2 no's so far, right? Increase in contributions for dental and optical plans. We got that. That is a yes. Easy pass for all members. That is a no. Ensure all, especially women's facilities at every work location are properly maintained. We did not get that in the contract. That is a no. Penalty for withholding pay where arbitrator awards back pay and interest on all retroactive pay. Not remitted, that we didn't get that. That's 5 no's and 1 yes so far, right? Reduce wage progression. That's another no. Maintenance pay increase. They did get that. That is a yes. No increase in medical contribution. We did get that. That is a yes. Increase death in family to 5 days. We did not get that. That is a no. Include more family members that qualify for death in the family. We did get that, even though we been had that, right? I don't understand what that was about. Create MTA funded annuity. We did not get that. That is a no. So right now, if we all counting together, we got 8 no's and 4 yeses. Increase night differential. Oh, what I'm doing. That is a no. Increase AVA OTO allotments. That is another no. Maintain and improve sick leave cash out program. I think we got that. That's a yes. We'll give that. We'll give that to him. Maintain and improve. Oh, no. That's a double win. We didn't get that. I'm not giving that to him. We didn't improve it. We all about making us a day better. So we did not get that. So that's 4 yeses and 11 no's so far. Where did I leave off? Increase MTA bus pension. That is a no. Provide lifetime coverage for families dependents of COVID victims. I think they only got that for 3 years. So that is a no. Retirees Medicare B paid in full. They messed up the retirees. This was an axe by the union. They got that. I think they did get that. So we'll give that to them. Right now, it's 5 yeses and 13 no's, right? Retiree bus passes for all OATA, MTA bus retirees. I don't know what that's about, but I know MTA bus retirees got that, so we'll give that to them. Add COVID Remembrance Day. We did not get that. Increase maternity, paternity leave to 6 months. We did not get 6 months. Implement lifetime spousal medical benefit. Contractual provisions for assaults 2 years. Provide for autism care and medical benefits. We got that. Increase contributions to tough and quarterly meetings with MTA workers compensation department. You see the perspective that gave us? Did you guys, how many times y'all heard this? So what does y'all count? I got 7 yeses and 19 no's. So that means they asked for 26 things. So 7 yeses and 19 no's. Does that seem like a successful contract negotiation to y'all? Does that seem, picture batting 7 for 19. Picture my brother Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant having a 7 for 19 night. Did he have a good night? Picture my boy Daniel Jones going for 7 for 19. Did he have a good game? 7 for 19. Picture you taking a multiple choice test and you get 7 for 19 right. Are you going to pass that test? Y'all see how this work? Y'all see how this work? And then look, not only that, the demands was vague as you know who. Substantial wage increase. What does that mean? Improve women facilities. Why? I have to ask this male-dominated Union administration understand united. Why are we negotiating human rights when it comes to women? Why is this a negotiation? Don't women deserve proper facilities the same way that men got? I always said this. The MTA act like women fell out of the sky and they don't know what to do with them like they are women. I mean, like they are aliens, right? Why are we negotiating the rights of women? Why, like for the men that's on the side of the MTA, would you let a company negotiate your daughter's rights? Would you let a company donate your wife rights to say, hey, we go put inside the contract that women deserve better facilities? Why is that even contractual? I just don't get. I just don't get how this fly. I need you guys. If you want to call in, 563-999-3714. If you haven't donated yet, donate to the platform. Cash App, $ Progressive Action 100. Make sure you sharing out this live. But yo, could y'all like, what are we doing here as a union? What are we doing here? They just went 7 for 19. No, not even. They got 7 yeses and 19 nos. How is that? How is that a good contract? Like this was probably the worst contract negotiation coming off something so substantial as this pandemic that we have ever seen. Richard Davis negotiated a contract as if nothing happened these past 3 years. This is out of control. Oh, the caller hung up. Let me get to the next caller. Caller 4886, you now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from? Caller 4886, you now live on Progressive Action TV.
Hello?
Yes. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Mike. I'm from Signals Department.
Signals is calling in. I wonder what is signaling Signals to call into the Progressive Action TV show. But I'm happy that you're here. What is on your mind?
Yeah, just a few things. Yeah, just want to talk about the contract and my opinions on it. I agree with everything you basically say across the board. When you look at it, I really don't understand what we get. We go to union meetings and all this stuff, and they talk about how we're always behind the 8 ball on all these raises, and how we're always behind the ball when it comes to inflation, things of that nature. I mean, when I look down at 12 weeks of paid maternity leave and 4 weeks for paternity leave, I'm just confused of why we fought for so little. Governor Hochul just signed a bill passing for 150,000 state workers of 12 weeks per paternity and maternity leave for 150 state worker members. I don't understand why it took so long to even get what we got, the 12 weeks and 4 weeks in this contract, the $2 million more for improved dental and vision coverage that comes out to like $4 per year. I really don't understand what we're getting with that. All these benefits that we got, the medical coverage for autistic children, all this stuff. I mean, this covers a small percentage, a small amount of people in the transit that, it doesn't really benefit our whole community as a whole. So, these are obvious things that the MTA, I think, would gladly accept it because it saved them a bunch of money in the long run. Taking away the medical benefits, that PTO plan, I just, we had our union members telling us how great of a contract this was, blah, blah, blah. And then when you look into it, and you realize that they took away the medical plan. Then when you try to press them on it, then they start releasing documentation explaining what got taken away and what we lost. So that there's no transparency in this union as to what we're losing, what we gain. And when you talk to them about it, they tell you that transparency is a good thing because you don't want people to know what we're fighting for. You don't want to give them that leverage that they have to know what you got. But I don't understand how they keep on going through contract negotiations without discussing things with us. I mean, and then just our union as a whole. I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I can speak for Signal's department, but when we try to get people to gather at Signal meetings and fight what we need to fight for, where a lot of people are just told, "Oh, go work at another job, just accept it," this and that, blah blah blah. How much do you really expect to be making? You don't have degrees like teachers, or you don't go through all this schooling like police officers and things like that. And it's like there's no unity in this union. You look at all these other unions across New York State. When Hochul, she fought for a court judge that was against unions. I forgot the gentleman's name, but if you do your research and you find out that she backed up a court judge to be in New York because she wanted him to become the first Spanish judge in New York, head judge. But he was against unions. He did a lot of fucked up shit where he didn't give payouts to families of people that died or got sick during while they're working, and she backed them up. And all these other unions, the firefighters, the police officers, they said things. They went out and rioted about it. They did all this stuff. And where were we? Where was our union? Our union was nowhere to be found. So I'm trying to understand where they stand, as if they support us or whatever they do. I threw a lot of information out, just getting a lot of stuff off my chest.
Yeah, all right. So the information that you just said, it was excellent, and I wanna touch on a few of those points. So you mentioned something about the dental benefits. They increasing it by $4 a month by each member. That equals to be about $186,000, and it comes around like $2 million for the year. What the union is saying that they're going to do with that is that they could take that money and now they could shop around for a better plan than what we have now. I don't disagree with that, to be honest, but I just think that the union administration is bad at doing business, period. Like, you put anything in their hands, they're going to mess it up. They're going to find a way to destroy it. As far as the maternity, paternity leave, the MTA straight bamboozled our union. They got them to strip what the paid family leave was supposed to been for and disguise it as something like, women finally got paternity leave, and they try to make it like a moral issue. So in a male-dominated workforce, if we was to speak down on that, they'd try to make us look bad, right? Now, am I happy that the women did get that leave? Absolutely. But the paid family leave did so much more. The paid family leave did so much more. So they could have negotiated something way better. And then, like you said, Kathy Hochul, like, I think that this was one of her babies. She gave it to 150,000 workers without them having to water down what it is.
Exactly.
Right? So, and the judge that you're talking about that our union was very silent about, right, was Hector LaSalle. She went out and
that's who it was. Yes.
Yeah, she went out and supported this judge and was hoping that everybody was go support this judge, and they shot her down. We didn't hear a peep about our union and their position on this whole situation. They didn't say anything about her appointing a labor busting judge, and it's because our union administration is afraid of the governor. But definitely, thank you for calling in, and can you please put your coworkers on the Signals department onto the show so we can stay educated together. All right.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in.
Yep.
All right. Let me get straight to the next caller. He look, the callers is calling in. They trying to say that, we don't know what we talking about. We ain't that. And then look at the points that he was bringing up. trying to like, yo, y'all don't got no high school diploma. Y'all don't have no college. Y'all don't have this. Y'all don't have that. Nobody from the street could come into the subway system and work on signals. It don't work like that. That is a trade. That's a skilled trade. You go for training for that. You gotta learn all types of stuff when you working in the subways. Let me get to the next caller. Caller 8872, now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, brother Thompson. I just it's Craig again.
Okay.
I just wanted to add one more thing. I had the um the pleasure of actually making it to 2 shop gates, and just asking around the members of RTO. There are multiple members that is under the impression that the contract is already sealed. So I would like for anyone that is listening to this, and maybe even yourself putting it out, Brother Thompson, that the contract is not sealed. There's a couple of people that think, and when I ask them the question, it's like, yo, it's already done, it's over. I'm like, who told you that? Oh, because they voted on it. I'm like, nah, nah, you still have to vote. So don't give up now. Go in your email, check it out, read over, try to understand it. And if not, go on Progressive Action, ask any questions that you need to ask. So that was the only thing that I had, Brother Thompson. It's just for people to not just give up on it because they think the e-board was, the end all be all vote.
I appreciate that because that's a good point. Thanks for calling back in.
All right, later, brother.
All right. Yeah, I'm happy that he brought that up because you have a lot of people that's saying, "Oh, the contract go past anyway, this and that." That's not the energy that's out here. Trust me. I think if the contract do pass, it's going to pass by a not a wide margin. So if you're going to vote yes, you don't need to send in no ballot. If you go vote yes, you feel the contract go pass and you go vote yes, you don't need to send in no ballot. But if you vote and no, you better send in your ballot. You vote and no, send in your ballot. If you vote and yes, it's go pass anyway. You don't need to send in no ballot. If you vote and no, don't send in no ballot. And I want to make this clear. I want to let Richie Davis know this. Richie, if the members vote down this contract, you could guarantee that they go vote you down next election. That's almost a fact. That's a fact. So you could forget about that, right? Even if it's close, you're going to be in hella trouble. We here on the show, the shows is spreading. People are calling in. People do want to be heard, right? I had 2 guys calling from Signals. 2 people calling from Signal. Signals is a department. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that I have a lot of reach there. But I tell you what, one department that always come out to vote and always come out to support is MOW, and Signals is in MOW. For the past couple of weeks, I've been hearing from a lot of MOW members that is unhappy with this contract. That should be alarming to those guys over there. And I'm happy that my coworkers is having the courage to call in to say, hey, we don't agree with this. People are not afraid of the administration like they want us to be afraid. They know that their time is coming to a close. Now, if you want to call into the show, I got a few minutes left. You want to call into the show and make your voice be heard? Call in live, 563-999-3714. I just pointed out the union contract demands and what we actually got. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I want to ask you guys this question. I want to ask you guys this question. Let me put this up. Are these wage percentages enough to satisfy you? 3%, 3%, 3.5. Come on, man. We could do better than that. We got to know our value. We very valuable to the city. College degree or not, we are very, very, very valuable. Let me get to the next caller. Caller 8356. You now live on Progressive Action TV. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, man? My name is Vincent Leonard. I am a retired third rail maintainer. Before I retired, I was a third rail division third chair for power distribution and third power department. Unfortunately, I ran with Tony Utano and Cirillo, two biggest pieces of shit I ever met in my life. I don't know. I'm just feeling I'm new to your channel. Steve St. Hill turned me on to you, and I'm new to your channel and everything. And I think I just caught that they're trying to take away the PPO on the medical for retirees.
You asking me, are they trying to take it away?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm asking you. I'm sorry.
absolutely. Absolutely. They that's what they came back with. So the traditional Medicare is going to be a thing of the past in TWU Local 100, and they trying to give you Medicare Advantage. I'm Medicare Disadvantage. Pardon me. Medicare
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Unfortunately, you're breaking up on my end.
I think it's your phone. I'm not gonna break up
But
on. Can you hear me?
okay. So
Are you there?
yes, I'm here. I'm sorry.
All right, yeah. So yeah, they trying to get rid of the
But
traditional Medicare.
right. So now they'll get rid of the traditional Medicare, which means now they're going to take away the PPO from all retirees.
That's correct.
Now this new so-called Medicare Advantage Plus that they're coming out with, is that following in line with other city workers where they have to pay the $190 a month per person?
Now, I'm glad that you brought that up. The From the looks of it, the TWU plan looks better than what the city workers are getting with their Medicare Advantage. But to me, that's irrelevant. What's relevant with Medicare Advantage is that they switching your health care to a for-profit company. And instead of your doctor deciding what medical procedures may be good for you, whether you live or die, your life is going to be in the hands of capitalism, of people who want to raise their bottom line. It's all about the money. So they're going to deny, no matter if you pay whatever a month, if you happen to have a serious health condition and the Medicare Advantage company says that no, you need to do something else, like how is that good for your health? And Congress just had a conversation about this, and they said like the Medicare Advantage algorithm of denying claims is like astronomical. So it's definitely going to be problematic. And like I say, I give the union the benefit of the doubt. Our Medicare Advantage may be better than the cities, but they still cannot explain the denial of coverage, the denial of services, the denial of treatment when it comes to Medicare Advantage.
Yeah, because unfortunately, I'm on Medicare myself right now. Due that I put in for Social Security disability because I tore my knee apart
Mm-hmm.
at work, and when I retired, I was able to put in for the Social Security disability for all of that. And so now, all right, now if I happen to stay with the traditional Medicare itself, where I still, naturally I'm still going to pay the $160 a month from my Social Security check. Will Transit reimburse me for that $160 a month still, or not?
Absolutely not. There will be no traditional Medicare for you if this contract passed. You will be in one of the Medicare Advantage plans. And if you don't choose a plan, I believe they put you in the second plan. I forgot which one it is, but they put you in. I believe the second plan. So there will be no more traditional Medicare. They would not reimburse you for any of that.
Okay, so now does Medicare still get taken out of my Social Security check at that point?
Tell you the truth, I'm not too familiar with that. I would think not if they are not providing you the service. I would think not, but that's something that you probably have to call the people who issue your check to ask them what's going on with that. Because these is details that the union should be outlining for retirees to know exactly what's going on.
And this is the whole problem. They're not telling retirees what's going on. And unfortunately, they just kicked Mike out of the Retiree Association, claiming that there's X amount of money missing from the Retirees Association that Mike was controlling for the last couple of years or whatever. But that's bull crap, because Mike's not that type of person. Mike's not going to steal that kind of money like that. And if he did steal the money, why haven't they had him arrested as of yet?
Well,
But that's a different thing. But
the same reason why they said Roger stole money and they never got him arrested. This is just what they do. This is just what they do. But
right.
I'm glad that you called in as a retiree. I hope that I was able to answer your question. If you have any more questions, you could email me at progressiveaction100@gmail.com. But I'm gonna get to the next caller because we're running out of time. But thanks for calling in.
Thanks, man.
You too.
Thanks, man. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Retirees, please call in. Retirees, please call in. I want to hear what you guys' questions, comments, and concerns are. We got a full line on the line now, so I'm gonna be running through callers. Let's get to the next caller. Caller 7800. You now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Scott calling from Stations.
What's going on? How you doing?
Now, I'm all right. Now, a big thing to get a better contract that we can do, every time you look around, one of the members is getting assaulted, what we could do is go out for 2 days for every member that's assaulted and double it up. They would quickly come back with a better contract, more favorable to us, and meet all our demands.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
And then we're not striking.
Let me fully understand what you're saying. You saying that if a member get assaulted, other members should go out for 2 days?
Yeah, the whole entire system.
My brother,
go out for 2 days.
my brother,
and double it up.
That's considered a job action. We have to be more savvy than that, right? We have to be more savvy than that. That's considered a job action, and the union can get sued. I prefer that if the union do get sued, that they get sued because we all struck as a membership, right? So we could see the people who crossed the picket line. So we could see the people who actually standing and want to fight. We can't give it to them that easy where we doing these job actions. And I get what you're saying. If a member get hurt and we all take 2 days off, then we'll get their attention. But we have to be more savvy than that as a union. But yeah, continue.
Got you. It's just that, it doesn't seem like the assault is going down, that anybody's doing nothing about the assaults. It's just every time you look around, one of us is getting assaulted.
I agree. I agree. And the contract didn't address any of our safety issues that we have while working. Cleaners, station agents, conductors, train operators, bus operators, and all the other titles that work amongst the riding public. We are all at risk, and this contract did not discuss any of that, didn't address any of that. So you have some valid points.
I think they take us working as a joke, like, oh, y'all still gonna come to work.
I agree. You know what I like what you're saying. It sounds refreshing. You sound like a member who's ready to take action. And I know when we are ready to go to war, you're definitely going to be on that front line. So, I definitely appreciate your enthusiasm but we have to organize it better. We just can't give it to them easy. We have to be more savvy. It has to be planned where we could really bring the MTA to their knees and realize who we are in this city. But I like to tell you, thanks for calling in. I want to get to the next caller because we got limited time right now on the phone lines. But thanks for calling in and bringing in those valid points.
Definitely. Talk to you later.
All right, peace. Me just run through the callers, man. The callers seem enthusiastic, ready to take action. Let's keep it pushing. Caller 0480. Your phone sound pretty crazy. I don't know what's going on with your phone.
I don't know if I am.
I gotta get back, caller. I gotta get back to you. Your phone was sounding real crazy. Let me get to the next caller. I'm gonna come back to you. Fix your phone, caller. Caller 8076. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, it's Ramel. It's Noah calling in from Jackie Gleason Depot.
My
TA
brother
Surface.
Noah. Let me know what's on your mind, my boy.
Well, I'm not thinking that this contract is really going to be worthy of my vote, to be perfectly honest with you.
And why is that?
I'm not real happy.
Why?
You know, I've been here for 12 years, and the working conditions is an issue for me. And the pay, I don't think is sufficient.
Now, I want to ask you this because I ask all bus operators this. You guys would be beneficial of the $4 Arctic increase, and you are in a depot that have Arctic buses. Why would you still vote no for this contract, even though it was aimed at bus operators?
I drive Arctic buses. I like them, but it's a job killer, and it does beat up on the body a little more than a regular bus, and it's a lot of responsibility because you got these extra doors and everything, and it's only an extra $2. To me, these is just a lot of gimmicks, stuff that they throw in there, fluff, and they get people to vote based on that, and it's kind of like trickery, in my opinion. I'm not real happy with what I see. I've been here for 12 years, and it just doesn't seem like the raises is coming up right the way they're supposed to. I know the MTA is about to have a windfall, with the congested pricing and the casinos. They're going to prove that. They're going to raise the fare. They got all these billions in grants and stuff. And I think that it's just like a fat man eating, and we just getting the little crumbs off the cake that he's eating and falling on the ground.
I agree. So do you think that this union administration did a good job fighting for its members, this contract?
I didn't really see the fight. I've been to number 2 Broadway, and honestly, I don't know what the point is of having a rally when there's nobody in there but cleaners. But I've been there, and we shut down parts of the city during that rally, which inconveniences people and wakes them up to the fact that maybe we're not paid properly, and that's why we're unhappy. And the fact that they didn't stage that rally, that made me very suspicious. I went to some union meetings. I try to make them here and there. I spoke to Richie Davis. Katz was telling him, yo, man, our back's against the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need money. We're in a bad spot. I spoke to JP also. And, I said, whatever raise you get us, man, that first year's got to be good. And he actually agreed with me. But, Richie Davis, what he had to say, kind of people's jaws dropped. The first thing he want to know is, what are we willing to give up? What are we willing to give back to get a raise? And everybody was like astounded. And I guess he felt the resentment and the tension in the air, and he boogied out of there. He said he had something to do, but I think he went next door because they had a class of rookies. It seemed like they want to keep the old timers in their pocket with the favors and all that, and they want to pepper the rookies. This way they got somebody that loves them. But I believe there needs to be a restructuring and a rebuilding of Local 100. I believe it's lost the vision of the original founding fathers.
I agree with you. And whenever I want for the callers to understand this and the audience to understand this, whenever you have anyone asking you, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to lose? It's obvious that they negotiating from their knees. They negotiating from their knees. Noah, thanks for calling in, brother. Always good to hear from you. Let me jump to the next callers before this time run out. Thanks again, though.
Thank you for your show, brother.
Thanks.
God bless.
Appreciate it. Noah got a wonderful baby boy too. Noah got a progressive action hat and he be putting it on his baby. I love it. Maybe I'll feature it on the show one day. Let me get to this caller. I don't know if I spoke to this caller already. Let me go. Let me see. Caller 7613. You now live on Progressive
Hello?
Action. Yes. What's your name? Where you
Hello?
calling from? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Tanika Jackson.
Tanika Jackson, bus operator.
Okay, yes. I used to be a former employee with New York City Transit. I was a bus operator at New York City. I was a bus operator at a West Point Depot.
Okay.
And what happened with that was the union, Richie Davis, Donnie Yates, the higher up from member services, none of them did nothing to help me. And I just want to let everybody know that, this union, they not for you if you're not in with the in crowd, or certain people, they're not going to be there to help you. So with that being said, I want to let the members know that make sure you have get a lawyer who's going to represent you because this union is not going to do anything for you.
So let me ask.
Like they say in transit.
You got fired?
Yes.
For
I got unlawfully terminated from transit, and the union did nothing to help me. And with that being said, the union, transit says, you see something, say something. So with that being said, I seen something that was going on. I made it be known, and because of that, I was retaliated against because of that.
Now you came from a map store depot. What is the politics in the map store depot when you don't go along to get along as a regular bus operator? Let the members know.
Well, if you don't get along, they're not going to sit there and help you. Like I said, if you're not along with their clique, or you're not doing what it is to do something, like as a female, if you're not giving something, they're not going to help you to do something. And that's what I felt with me.
Now wait, hold on. Now when you say that, when you say that they don't, what you said as a female, say that again.
As a female, if I'm not giving something to get something in return, then they're not going to do nothing for me. So if I'm not giving some type of favors, then it's not going to help me. And I felt that within the union, especially people in the higher up is like, oh, they trying to wanted me to give these type of favors. Like, I'm not with that. I know my self-worth, whatever the case may be. So without me giving these type of favors, they was not willing to help.
Hold up. Let's
it's all about retaliation.
Wait, hold on. Like my brother LaShawn Craig said, in order to get to the bottom, we got to go to the bottom. So what type of favors?
Right.
What type of favors are they expecting coming from a female when you are in need of help from the union?
Well, honestly, you keep it 100. It's like the way they talking to you, like, oh, you got to give into like some sexual type of favor, or what you gonna do for me to help you? I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm paying my union dues to you. So if I'm paying my union dues to you, it's your obligation to help me. So what you talking about all these other side favors or something like that? So with that being said, this is what I felt. Like, oh, I had to get some type of other type of favor to get what it is I need to be able to prosper or move along within the company. And so since I was able to feed into these type of obligations that they was asking of me to do these favors, that they wasn't going to do nothing for me, and it's the reason why I'm at where I'm at for now.
So basically, you were a member in need. You were a woman member in need. So they felt the need, whoever it was, to prey on you for a sexual favor to help them to help you get out of a jam, basically.
Yeah.
That is correct. That's sad. I think that what we need to do is that maybe we need to do a separate show with you, because I'm interested to hear more of this, because I hear of these type of things, um, especially in Map Stoa about these officers, even married officers, they are holding,
Right.
people are getting into situations, specifically women, and if these women are not sleeping with these guys, they basically letting these women get fired and let management do whatever they go do with them. So
Thank you.
what I want you to do is I want you to send me an email. If you not my friend on if you my friend on Facebook, send me a message in Messenger. Leave me a number, and I'm going to get back to you, or I'm gonna have probably a woman from my team get back to you. We'll probably talk to you together, and we'll figure out how we're going to approach this, because this is something that 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 really needs to be said and heard.
Yes, yes, King. And I want to say, like, to the members and everything, know your self worth, know who you come from, and as a female, don't let nobody try to, suck you into doing anything. Because once you show who you are as a woman, especially in a male dominant society, as far as buses is concerned. I mean, this is in general as New York City Transit, where it's more male dominant society. Once you don't show yourself knowing that you know your self worth as a woman, then they try to treat you otherwise. But when you know your self worth, it's why they try to come at you there and help you and stuff like that. And because I knew my self worth, that's why I was put in the situation that I am. So I want to let everybody know, like, look, I lost everything because of the union. I'm in a shelter. I'm in a women's shelter right now. I lost my car, my credit score went from like an 800 down to a 4 something. I lost everything because of this union the TW Local 100 did not do anything for me. So I want to let everybody know that, look, know your self worth. Don't trust in this union, because this union do not have your best. They'll have your best interest unless you in collude with them. Other than that, they're not gonna do nothing for you.
Mm. Well,
So I
like
want
I
to let that be to all the callers and all everybody that's listening. And
all right, I'll tell you, thanks for calling in, sis, and please reach out to me. I want to hear more of your story, and I want to see how I can help you with your situation. Okay.
yes, King. And also too, I want to let you know right before, like, I also was a whistleblower. The exposure what was going on, and because of that, they also retaliated against me because of that. The reps at West Farms Depot, because I was a whistleblower and exposed what was going on. That's another reason why they retaliated against me to put me in the situation I was in. So
All right. So we'll speak behind the scenes and we'll figure out what's going on. All right.
okay,
All
all
right.
right. Thank you for your time, King. You guys enjoy your evening. Y'all be safe. Thank you for all the encouragement things that you're doing, exposing everything that's going on. Because, like I said, everybody needs to be hearing what's going on, and we need change. It's time for change now. So, like I said, I want to appreciate everything that you're doing, King. And
Thank you.
enjoy your evening. And I will continue to support you, and get feed the other members with that positive energy and stuff like that. So I appreciate that.
Thanks for calling in, sis.
Uh, all right.
Now that's crazy. I heard of these stories. It's the first time that I believe somebody called in and said that, but I am going to do a separate interview with her so we can see exactly what's going on. Let's get to the next caller. Oh man, his phone's still messed up.
Hello.
Yeah, your phone is messed up.
Yeah, hello. Am I the next caller?
Yeah, but your phone is messed up. I can't do it. I can't do that today. I can't do that today. His phone is messed up. He got to fix his phone. Caller 8726. You now live on Progressive Action TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamel, you know who I am, Rashid, man.
Rashid, what's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
I'm good. What's the word?
You can hear me?
Hey, you loud and clear. What's the word?
All right, so I just want to understand why you so frustrated with this contract. I mean, I hear a lot of people chattering 25% increase. I just don't really think that's realistic. And I hear people talking about they want to go to arbitration, but it's a serious risk when if it's true what the union said, there's no givebacks, then the NTA is actually being reasonable. And then you got to look at the bus operators. The industry average is 40, 50 grand a year, $50,000 a year. I was a bus driver before I came to the MTA, and most other bus drivers are making $23, $24, $25 an hour.
Where do they live at?
I just
Where do they live?
New York City. Yeah, New York City, all over the country, man.
No. We not talking about
all over the country.
See, we not gonna talk about all over the country. We are talking about New York City Transit, right? The biggest transportation system in North America, right? We are one of a kind. I don't know if you've seen the beginning of the show, but I pointed out the last arbitration award where the arbitrator said that basically they want us to have the highest salaries. They want to keep us happy in New York City above all the other municipalities, right? Now, you are someone who is contrary to progressive action. So I always like to see your input. I like to see what you have to say, but you come off as pro-management. You come off as pro-management, and you just said something to me like, well, if the union says that there's no givebacks, if you really look at the contract and you examine the contract, that whole entire woman paternity leave was formerly paid family leave, what could have benefited more members. But they made it a moral issue and made it about women and trying to sell it to stop men from saying, hey, why y'all giving the women this and all this other stuff? This contract is givebacks. The Medicare for the retirees is a giveback. It's made to save the MTA money. Them getting the raises that's below inflation, and as we have shown week after week after week, that's below what the other city agencies have got, is a giveback. The what else? The us not getting hazard pay and then they switching it and call it essential worker bonus. That's a giveback. This contract is full of givebacks. It don't have to blatantly say that we're getting givebacks. You got to read the fine print sometime to see what the givebacks truly are. And that's what we're dealing with right now.
But it's a negotiation. Do you honestly believe the NTA got everything it wanted in this agreement, in this union contract? You actually believe that they got every single thing they actually wanted?
No, I without a doubt, I think that the MTA want particular things from us, but they throw a lot of pump fakes too. So they'll be like, "Yo, we want opto," and the union, when they come back to the table with our contract, they say, "Hey, we beat off the MTA with opto." The MTA can't even handle opto right now throughout the whole system for train operations. They can't even get their signaling system for opto together to even run. But the people who's negotiating this contract don't have no expertise in subways. None of the top four have expertise in subways. None of the lawyers have expertise in subways. So all of that train operators, opto, with the MTA, they ask for heavy ask, and then they pull back to make it look like they doing the union a favor, and the union thinking they won when the MTA never really wanted it in the first place. It's all a bluff move, and the union fall for it every single time, and they use it to try to substantiate they fight to say, hey, we fought hard, we got opto off the table, they wanted 2%, they wanted 4% for our health benefits. That can't be. Like, they can't give us 4%.
I want to ask you, because I asked you this in the past, and you never gave me an answer, a definitive answer.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Taylor law? That's our leverage, striking. All right? So that's what I'm saying. If you have a Taylor law, and they can actually take 2 days for every day that a person actually strikes and find the union, what leverage do we actually have there? That's what you never really answered my question. I've been answering.
I'm gonna answer that for you right now. Name, when you get into a strike or contract negotiations with the MTA, what kind of language do the union use? We are battling, we are fighting hard, we are at war. They use that type of language. Name one war when you don't have no casualties. In war, you're going to have casualties. In war, you have to take a risk. The MTA know that this union administration is not willing to take that risk, right? So if you want to know what,
but don't you think we should, if you're going to do that, we should strategically prepare for something like that, like years in advance?
If
it comes down to actually people.
You absolutely right. We do have to strategically prepare, but when is this union administration going to start? In order for them to strategically prepare, they must be transparent in their moves. They don't want to be transparent with the members. When have you ever seen any president of this union use any type of strategy to fight against the MTA and it actually include the members? The only thing they do is say, come to lobby day, come to this, come to that. We just go there to just show up. We don't know what the strategy is. Showing up is not a strategy. What is the true strategy? They not even telling us and giving us wink, wink hints. Hey, I think that y'all need to save money over these next 2 years. Work as much overtime as you can because I think that it's going to be a rough fight this next contract. They not even throwing no hints. What was their strategy this year? Their strategy was, hey, we got some politicians who we give COPE dollars to. We're going to make them sponsor us a bill in Albany about the Taylor law that we know is not going to go nowhere, but we're going to act like we fighting. That's not no strategy. You understand?
Well, I know what can actually resolve that. I don't think the union would actually do it, but I mean, there is a way to actually get rid of the Taylor law, and it just all comes down to, you know, what are they willing to give the governor, pretty much. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you're in the politics. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, but I think that I don't think that you could give the governor any type of money that will allow a union to strike.
No, I mean, it's called a lobbyist. You hire a lobbyist, $300 something thousand a year, and you know who the union lobbyist is. Know who the union lobbyist is? Who's that?
Charisse Dubois of the PAC department. That's the union lobbyist. And it seemed like the only thing that they do with her is have her go, let them know what events is going on so they could go to politicians' parties and take pictures. We have no bills in Albany that's beneficial to transit workers. None at all. We have no real assault bills. We have no real pension bills. And we have no real bills to fight the Taylor law. Everything is fluff.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Everything.
I hear you on that. I mean, there's probably some internal reasons why. I'm not trying to be naive. I try to be pragmatic. You say I'm pro-management. I'm not pro-management. So
I'm about to ask you. I'm about to ask you.
Pragmatic as possible.
Do you want to debate me for $1,000? Do you want to put up party? Do you want to put up a party of bonus and debate me to see who's right or wrong about this contract? Since you like the contract,
I don't know. I'm not. I gotta do the research on it.
Oh, now you gotta do the research.
You know what it is with the bus operators. Most of us work like we don't work a straight 40. A lot of us work like 47, 48, 49 hours. I think if everything was straight 40 hours, 41, 42 hours, I think you would see more bus operators be unhappy about it. But the fact is, we don't work a straight 40 or 41 hours, 42 hours.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I think that's where your frustration with the buses is coming from. I know you want to see more of the DOB come out against this stuff, but
I think they y'all. But yo, look, let me get to the next caller because I got limited time.
All right, man.
All right, good hearing from you, man.
Okay, man.
All right.
No problem. Same here.
All right.
All right.
That's my boy Rashid White. I mean, he always contrary to progressive action, been like that for years. If he want to put up his bonus, you know what, Rashid, it's gonna be $1,000 probably after taxes anyway. That $3,000 go probably be like $1,000. So you might as well just put it up and let's discuss the contract to see who's gonna come out on top. Caller 3070, you now live on Progressive Action TV. What is your name? Where are you calling from? Caller 3070, you now live. Last 4 digits of your number. What's your name? Where you calling from? I don't know what's going on. But I tell you guys this. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. YouTube is lit right now. I need you guys to do me a favor, man. Oh, what is this? This Facebook? Is this Facebook? Oh, that's oh, Twitter and Facebook is looking good right now. I appreciate y'all. I need y'all to do me a favor. If you watching on Facebook, please, you can subscribe to the channel. I think it's like $3.99, $4.99. Subscribe to the channel, show some support. If you watching on YouTube, subscribe, super chat, stars. This is the only place you go get this information. This is the only place you're going to get this type of interaction. Hear callers call in. A lot of callers call in every show. We hear different perspectives. More and more people call in, and it's a beautiful thing. Donate to the Cash App. The Cash App is Progressive Action 100. You see it? Oh, it's right here. You see it right there. See it right there. $ Progressive Action 100. And also we gotta. I'm kind of like shadow banned, so we gotta break the algorithms of this. So we have to like. If you watching on YouTube right now, like the show. Please like the show. If you watching on Facebook, like the show. If you watching on Twitter, retweet it. Let's get this information out there. I don't know if you guys seen my post on Progressive Action. I said that this summer I'm going to have a big interview coming up. Huge interview, never done before. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be explosive. Oh man, I'm so excited about this because I get to show you guys I don't even want to say what it is, but we're about to take Progressive Action TV to a whole nother level. The interview will be fire. I gotta expand outside of transit. I gotta get more different spaces involved, but you guys will love this interview. I promise you that. I promise you that. But like I said, like and subscribe to the channel on Facebook. Make sure that you're watching on YouTube. Send super chats, like and subscribe, and donate to the platform. $ Progressive Action 100. I'm tired. Thanks for calling in. I love my audience. I love the fight that y'all putting up. Y'all making me very proud. I'll catch you later. Peace.